Now, Easter is the most important day in Christianity, and while most Christians yesterday went to Easter services and egg hunts with their children, 72 Christians were killed and another 341 injured at an Easter bombing in Pakistan, and 24 of those dead were children. This is just yet another example of the continuing persecution of Christians around the world. So this is a splintered group of Pakistani Taliban called Jamaat al-Ahrar has claimed responsibility for the attack, saying it had targeted Christians on purpose, and the group has vowed more attacks. Anybody who purposely targets innocent children, to me, is not even human. To take such innocent lives to get your way just shows the recreants that they are. These are the same less than humans, I'm not even calling them humans, who run at the sight of a real warrior. They see Americans or any other person coming, they can't run fast enough. I want to know what kind of God would allow such massacre of such pure life. All I know is that they better hope their belief in Allah is right, because if what I believe is true, then children will get their justice, and these less than humans will burn. Now, Sunday's attack came at a poignant time for Pakistani Christians. The religious group makes up only 2% of the population, and tensions are high between them and a hardline Muslim core that wants to see a strict interpretation of Islamic law take precedent in Pakistan's legal system. You know, this is the same Sharia law that doesn't allow women to own property of their own, makes them shamefully hide in public, and gives their husbands and other men the right to beat them mercilessly. President Obama, who of course has been living it up in communist Cuba, has not yet made a statement on the killings of people supposedly of the same faith as him. However, U.S. National Security Council spokesman Ned Price said in a statement that, quote, "This cowardly act in what has long been a scenic and placid park has killed dozens of innocent civilians and left scores uninjured." He went on to say that we will continue to work with our partners in Pakistan and across the region, as together we will be unyielding in our efforts to root out the scourge of terrorism. However, he did not once mention the fact this was a Muslim extremist group massacring Christians and offered no condolences. Pope Francis, the leader of the Catholic Church, asked for Hail Mary prayers for the victims. He also stated that, quote, "I appeal to the civil authorities and to all social components of Pakistan to do everything possible to restore security and peace to the population, and in particular to the most vulnerable religious minorities." While I think this is a nice statement to Pakistan, I think it's high time the Pope at least acknowledge the persecution of Christians. Whether it be the Coptic Christians in Egypt being beheaded, the mass murder of Christians and destruction of sacred buildings by ISIS in Iraq and Syria, or the latest bombing in Pakistan. It is time he brings the attention of this persecution to the world. I honestly think that he should make it his platform instead of condemning capitalism, which he seems so very fast to do. He is now seeing a time when Christians are being persecuted the most in hundreds of years, and he needs to bring that to the world's attention. Anything less would be Pope negligence. Now, Claire, as a Catholic, do you think am I too harsh on the Pope?
Yes, you're definitely too harsh on the Pope. The Pope is a shepherd. He's supposed to guard, supposed to tend his flock. While the Vatican is a country, his flock is Catholics everywhere, all over the world.
But if his flock is being massacred by wolves, you have to do something about it, I feel.
The Catholic Church is very sensitive about attacks on Christians in the Middle East, and they have to be, because a lot of this is leftover tension from the Crusades. The Catholics they're very much like, this is our fault, and we're really sorry, but please don't kill people. And it's not like the Pope he's negligent of this. And he doesn't need to bring attention to it. We've brought attention to it. Several news outlets have brought attention to it. People know. The way capitalism hurts Catholics in certain parts of the developing world, no one wants to talk about that except for the Pope. So it's a balance of ideals.
I feel the Pope, since it is his flock, and like I said, they are being massacred. I don't say he has to go send troops. What I'm saying is he should go talk to the leaders and say, look, leaders, we're having Christians killed, and there's something we need to do about it.
On another note, I took a little bit of issue with something you said, especially about Allah, because I'm not sure if you're aware, but you do know that Allah is God. The same one who's Jesus. No, it's God, the God, the same one whose son rose from the dead on Easter?
All I
It's
know
Allah.
is a Muslim God is not my God.
It's literally the same God. If you look in the Bible, there's, Jews and Muslims. Abraham had that other kid.
I understand that. I understand
it's the
that.
same. It's the
I understand
same
the
God.
Quran has a lot
Extremism.
is an Abrahamic religion has a lot of the same stuff, but my God is a Christian God, and this is it's separated too much nowadays. It's not the same God, and I don't worship the same God. I don't worship Allah.
You do. You worship the same God as a peaceful Muslim. That's the thing. You can't write off extremists as the entire religion, because really, if we're going to do that, then every Christian is a member of the KKK.
All I'm saying
Every
is,
single
but we don't have, when we see Jesus in the New Testament, he doesn't say murder infidels. He doesn't say harm your women, hurt your women, hide your women. That is not the Christian religion. There's a definite violent aspect to the Muslim religion, especially Sharia law. And that is, I think, the key difference between Christianity and Muslim.